Okay, let's just get this out the way. So, there's not really much to say about this book. It's exactly how you'd expect it is. Greg tries prank calling and then shenanigans form. The only thing that I have to say about this is that this book has three endings. For those who are watching this on Premiere, and I probably said it later on in the video too, but for those who are watching this on Premiere, you guys are going to end up seeing all three of these endings. But for those who are watching it after the premiere, you have the option to choose any one of the three endings, how you personally like it to end. So whichever ending you choose, make sure you comment it down below and tell me which one you choose. Alright, I think that's all I have to say. Let's get into the story.
Monday. I messed up really bad, and I don't know what to do. I saw some funny videos of these guys prank calling people online, and I thought it was pretty funny, so I decided to try it for myself. Is your refrigerator running? The person on the other end wasn't responding, so I was about to hang up until they said some words that terrified me so much I got off the phone. I know where you live, Greg, and I will kill you. After hearing that, I heard noises on the other end. Then they hanged up. Right after the phone hung up, I heard screams from downstairs. Manny screams. What the hell is going on? What's gonna happen to him? I ran downstairs as fast as I could, and I could see Roderick jump scare Manny. He got away before I could snitch on him, so there was no evidence. Even though I tried helping Manny, he still blamed me for scaring him. Bubby made me scream. Blame him, not Roderick. On God, man, you a little bitch right now. Greg, what was that? Nothing. Doing the usual thing they would do, Mom and Dad grounded me for 2 days. I was actually somewhat relieved considering Manny wasn't killed by the stalker. I really don't want to go to bed tonight considering that phone call really f***ed me up. If I don't write a diary entry in the morning, you can assume I'm dead. Tuesday. I was in a good mood, considering the fact the call was probably fake, and I fell for it. I started my day like any other day and went to school. Things were good, until I started my first class of the day. I heard the same voice from the call tell me this. Greg, you will come home to find two of your precious family members dead for prank calling me last night. Don't mess with me, kid. What the fuck? This scared the shit out of me, because I didn't want him dragging my family into this mess I started. The weirdest part is that nobody else seemed to hear it. Once the teacher heard me swear, they told me to go to detention. I don't even know what to do. He's gonna kill two family members of mine, and he never said which ones. Holy crap. I came home, and it was such a bloody sight. You could see Mom, Dad, and Manny's dead bodies. I don't really care much since Manny died, but still. Roderick was too sad to even come out of his room, so he stayed home. Grandpa drove me to their graves, and I cried so much. I can't believe somebody would do this to me just because I prank called them once. Whoever it is, I need to honor my parents and little brother by finding the killer and solving this mystery once and for all. Whoever you are, get ready. I'm gonna uncover everything. We had the day off today, so Roderick told me to start asking people to join our investigation team. I went to a lot of kids' house, but nobody wanted to. I didn't want to ask Fregley, but I had to considering he's the only person without friends, so he'd obviously accept the offer. Join my team and I offer friendship. Sure, considering it's the only thing I can do in this black void I call life. His answer was rather disturbing, but I was glad he was even going to join. I decided I'd only need Rowley, then the team would be complete, so I began to walk to his house, Fregley by my side. All we need is him, and then the investigation shall begin. You'd think since Rowley is my friend, he'd join my investigation team. Instead of joining my team, he said this stupid reason to decide not to investigate with me. Joshy wouldn't want me to get harmed in the process of investigating. Yo, Rowley, you're being a little bitch right now. Greg, get the fuck out of my house. You know what, Rowley? We don't even need you anyway. Me, Roderick, and Fregley will find out who did the murders and turn them in. I guess this is it. The investigation will begin soon. Our plan is to call the number again and figure out more details and clues to their location. I was pretty mad my best friend declined my offer, so I just went home and got over it. Roderick agreed that I would call the number again. Well, we both agreed, to say the least. He tortured me just so he couldn't have to do it. Finally, getting the guts to pick up the phone, I called the number, but nobody picked up. Damn it, nothing. This was bad news, considering I needed to get info off the number and figure out who the hell owned it. After a couple of seconds, I could hear heavy breathing, then the screams of Manny, Dad, and Mom. That was way too fucking far. The person must have recorded audio of them getting murdered and put it on the line to torment me. Roderick could see the fear in my face, but he still insisted on me staying on the line. Once he actually heard what was going on, he busted down crying and grabbed the phone, then hung up. We decided to lock the phone and destroy it later inside the bathroom. Even after we hung up from the phone, it still talked. It talked too much and revealed a major detail. Every clue you try and gather by calling the number is one person dead. You can stop prank calling, or people will die. I don't want to cause death, but I have to, in order to avenge my fallen family members. We're gonna have to call the number again. I had to think about the horrible actions I was about to commit. Would it be worth it to indirectly kill people until you're satisfied a guy is arrested? It took me some long thinking, and I finally decided I'd go in the bathroom and retrieve the phone, then call the number again. Holy shit, the news anchor just got shot. What the hell, man? Why are you doing this to innocent people? Clue number 1. Your father brutally betrayed me. Death number 1. Huh. The only betrayal I know is from Frank's night out when he slept with Mrs. Jefferson. I wonder if it's canon. Alright, that freaked me out a lot. The news anchor just got shot and bled to death, and the cops had to arrive, and they're looking for the perpetrator. You know what? First thing in the morning, I'm gonna stomp over the police station and tell them everything. Wednesday, I was convinced there would be no consequences for going to the police and getting help. Apparently, I thought wrong because Roderick gave me the cold truth. Dude, if the police call the number, you know another person will die. Damn. I hadn't ever thought of that. Love or hate Roderick, he's spitting straight facts here. With that option out of the way, we have to think of something to do. We were just about to go to Dad's workplace and question a couple of people when we heard a knock at the door. I wonder who that is. I panicked for a bit, considering the killer was probably here to finish me off and make me stop trying to uncover his true identity. But it turns out it was Rowley. Rowley told me about we were all going to die in plain view anyway, so it would be better for him to have fun one last time before death. His words were quite pessimistic, but he's finally on the team where he belongs. Anyway, we're going to interview some of Dad's co-workers to get another clue. When me and Roderick arrived, Roderick looked very similar to Dad, so the workers let him in and told him everything they knew while I waited outside. Honestly, kid, I have no idea who the killer could be. Some guy did quit his job, and that's around when the killing started happening. Never caught his name though. Roderick didn't get much info, but this is what he told me the guy said. With no other info, me, Rowley, and Roderick decided to go get a snack break at Rowley's house, considering I've gone the entire series without eating over the span of 2 days. When I suggested we head down to Rowley's house for food, I immediately regretted my decision. I've been suspecting Rowley's father as the killer, since he quit his job not too long ago. Rowley had no food at his house, so his dad gave us money to go buy pizza, which means more walking. I swear I could hear his voice tell me to watch my back. We left the house and decided to get some pizza from Papa Tony, even though he went downhill after he removed the damn barbecue chicken off their menu. I could hear sirens in the background while we walked to the pizza shop. We stepped inside and smelled the yummy pizza being baked by Sexy Beast Papa Tony. Wait, what? Before I could even order a pizza, a cop stopped me. I turned around and a cop was behind me. I think I actually peed my pants. Anyway, the cop started telling me about how they finally found out I was an orphan and I was to be shipped off to an orphanage. Rowley and Roderick bolted, People who I thought were my friends just ran off like that? Kind of upsetting. I was put in cuffs and escorted into a car. I don't know what place they're taking me to exactly. All I know is that it's an orphanage. I overheard their words in the front seat and they're taking me to that motherfucking orphanage with Mrs. Craig? Fuck me, I guess. Friday. Sorry for not updating you guys on what happened. The bastards in the orphanage stole my diary and called me a wimp for hesitating to call the number. Anyway, I'm so sick and tired of this place. I get abused constantly by Mrs. Craig, who took a job here after losing her job at my school. You would really think she wouldn't be so bad at first glance, but no, she brings beer to the place and always drinks it to cope with her failing marriage with Mr. Craig. Poor Mr. Craig anyway. I've pretty much lost this entire case, but I still don't want to give up. There's still hope, and I can find my parents' killer. I have a feeling Mr. Jefferson called the cops on me on purpose to throw me off, and that's probably why I'm here. I'm not gonna be in here for long anyway. Tonight, I'm gonna steal Mrs. Craig's phone and call the number. I stole her phone while she was asleep and called the number again. The number told me someone I loved would die. Then I started panicking. I watched the TV all night looking for whoever I loved dying. I spent all night searching for a channel and finally found a channel showing footage of Holly. Oh god, it was gruesome. She was hit by a car. I don't want to do this anymore. I keep getting innocent people killed. I need to stop. That's it. I'm calling quits on this whole operation. This is my last diary entry. Goodbye. Damn, Greg. Lost your only source of pussy. Ah well. September. I haven't written in this thing for nearly a month. Ever since I decided to stop the investigation, Roderick has been sad, but people aren't dying anymore, so hey. It really sucks. I'm probably gonna be staying in here for the rest of my life, so I've been planning something the recent month. The orphanage got a bunch of money to order some cool uniforms, so I'm forced to wear it, and they also have classes. I plan to take the knife we use for carving to break out and finally battle Mr. Jefferson to the death. I think he knows my plans because I can literally hear people downstairs wanting to see me. I already have the knife, so I can just kill them, I guess. I really don't want to have to end another life, but if it's to get out of this place and finally end the quest of justice, it's worth it. I rushed out of my room, worried my death would soon meet me, because some creepy guys I don't know tried to take me somewhere. When I came across a hall monitor, I had to tell them I was going to a class, which explained why I had the knife. He was gullible enough to believe it, considering he was a boomer, so I ran off. I encountered the guys and instantly tried to stab them. They tackled me onto the ground, and I was unable to fend them off as they took my knife. At that moment, a sharp pain met my entire body, and I passed out. I woke up in a room where I saw nothing but Mr. Jefferson's face. He told me he was gonna blow up the school and let me die for catching on to his murderous habits. He's giving me 3 choices. I don't know which one to choose. I can let him win and I die. I could expose him and call the cops with Mrs. Craig's phone, which I still have. The final choice is to let him get away. But we all live in the end. I don't know what to choose. Whoever's reading this, you have to choose for me. Will I die or will I live? Yeah, so this is the part where the book is split into 3 choices. If you're currently watching this on Premiere, you're going to witness all 3 choices. If you're watching this after the premiere, then you get to select the choices based on, choosing a timestamp. But after you choose your choice, let me know down in the comment section what choice you chose. Alright, here comes the choices. I still can't get over the loss of my best friend, Greg Heffley. By the time the cops arrived, he shot Greg, and he died, while the cops took him into custody. My dad had won in the end by taking my best friend's life. Ever since Greg died, I've tried to cope with the fact my dad's a murderer, and the sessions of therapy are really helping. Fregley didn't even come to the funeral, but me and Roderick did. Life's gotten a little better after Roderick started a successful band, and he gave me money for therapy. Nobody's prank calling anymore, so that's good too. Even though my father's in jail and kept away from the public's eye, I still get a depressing feeling when I stare at a phone in my household. I haven't written in this thing for 10 years. Boy, have things changed around in Plainview. Honestly, I'm really not feeling up to writing in a diary nobody's gonna see, but my wife tells me it's good to let off some steam. I got married a couple of years after the events of which Mr. Jefferson got away and moved to somewhere in Virginia, which is way far from here. I can cope with the fact that cops are still looking for him, but they probably won't find him because, they're pretty lazy. Rowley is pretty traumatized his father is still out there, and he's a cold blooded murderer, and I can't say he's wrong for feeling that way. Roderick has a new band, and he made a couple of songs about why you shouldn't call the number. Sorry, gotta go. I have to teach Gregory Jr. how to ride his bike. I haven't written in this thing for 10 years, have I? Crazy things have happened since I decided to call the cops. I had to butt dial the cops and they showed up. Not before Rowley tackled his father and beat the shit out of him for an attempt to take my life. Things haven't gone so well for me anyway. I haven't recovered from the trauma of my family's lives being lost, and I will never forgive that bastard for killing them. Can't say the same for Roderick, honestly. He started a new band and he got a bunch of cash, which he sent some to me to pay for my therapy. Rowley was the same as me for the aftermath of that news that his father was the killer for 3 months, until he decided to kick off his Zooey Mama comic. I hear kids are calling the number and they end up dying. Someone should really do something about that. How is that the good ending?
All right, thank you guys for watching. There's not really much to say at this part. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, join my Discord. I don't think I have anything more to say. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Oh, also look out for Greg the Furry coming out soon, as soon as I record my audio.